Guess what time it is?
It's time for
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
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 Good morning, freaking fabulous entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
G'day and good morning, entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs. I am the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado, and this is a show created for and produced by entrepreneurs. It's a safe place to ask questions and to feel like you're part of a team while building your business and having the life you desire. I am thrilled to introduce you to our hosts, Kim White and Kerry Zarb. Kim is the founder and fierce leader of the My Sexy Business team. She helps you to have a business that you own, but it doesn't own you. Kerry is the founder of Zinc Business Solutions that helps you understand your business finances and what you spend on recurring subscriptions every month. So help me give a warm welcome to Kim and Kerry.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kerry.
Good morning, Kim, and good morning, everyone. Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Thank you for joining us on this amazing Friday, which happens to be live stream number 30. Pretty exciting. Kim, we've got an extra exciting show ahead today. And before we kick it off, can you tell people why we're here and who we're here for?
I would love to, Kerry. So we're here for those entrepreneurs out there who think they have to do it all alone, Kerry, or they're the ones struggling with like figuring out how to do things, or just, I think it's just an adventure versus such a struggle. So let's go on with our next part, Kerry, and all you entrepreneurs, take everything we do as an example of what's possible.
Exactly, Kim. And Kim, do you have your coffee this morning?
I do, Kerry.
Awesome. I have my favorite mug, which is the K&K for Kerry and Kim. There's no coffee in it because it's evening over here, and trust me, that's not a good idea. But I do love this mug, Kim. You know what it reminds me of? It's like one of those little tin mugs that you'd have when you go camping, because it's exactly the right design, but it's actually ceramic. So I really like that one.
Very cute, Kerry. I have one that's a gift. I got this as a gift and love it, love it. So thank you, Donna Bender.
Excellent. So, Kim, we need to step into our first segment that happens to be our traditional entrepreneur land, because today has a theme. We love our themes with Good Morning Entrepreneurs, and today's theme is demonstrating by design, showing that you are doing what you are suggesting other people do. So we like to practice what we preach, and we hope others also practice what they preach. And we have a couple of special days coming up that we need to mention, Kim, because this Saturday, September 23rd, is the National Fitness Day in the UK. And next Wednesday, September 27th, is a National Health and Fitness Day in the US. So they're a couple of days like right bumper to bumper, almost back to back, which are pretty exciting. And Kim, we also need to mention that staying fit is important. Let me start that again. Staying fit is an important component to being an entrepreneur. We can't stress enough how important it is to keep your body healthy and fit, and be strong enough to travel the road known as entrepreneurship. And if you're looking for a fitness community to join, you need to talk to our roving reporter, the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado, who has her small space Pilates community. Oh, that's a really good one. And Kim, there's another day coming up as well. This Sunday, September 24th, is a National Punctuation Day. We want to remind all entrepreneurs to use punctuation in their writing, whether it's in email, social media post, a book, a magazine article, anything that you're writing. Don't forget to include those little things, commas, periods, apostrophes, exclamation points. And if you need help getting the words from your head to the page, you need to talk to our roving reporter, Holly Totten, who is our very own writing coach.
Definitely.
Yes. And we also want to remind people to pop any questions that you might have during the show into the chat, because we would love to answer those questions. We've also got roving reporters tuning in that may be able to answer those questions as well while we're live. And Kim, speaking of questions, I think we have a question today from Barbara.
I am the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado, and I'm a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. I am here with Barbara. Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Kat. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for being here today. I understand that you have a question for an entrepreneur.
How do you keep yourself fit or work out your issues as an entrepreneur when things are getting rough and just deal with it?
That's an awesome question, Barbara. Kim and Kerry, any advice for Barbara?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. Kim, do you want to take this one?
I would be happy to, Kerry. And I have to say, I love that we got the opportunity to highlight her question on GME. So I'm not positive if it's just fitness or all the things that, when it becomes a struggle that she is asking how we get through. But I am telling you one thing that I do for both entrepreneur and fitness is I have to have accountability. That changes the struggle for me. I have Kerry and I do a lot of things together. I actually do a walk and talk meeting with Adam, one of the producers. Like, there's all kinds of things that I do to make sure I am putting things in my calendar, literally, because I know there's going to be a struggle. We are courageous, and I'm talking we as in all of you listening. We are courageous and fierce by being entrepreneurs. So that is a big deal. It is a very big deal.
And Kim, I need to ditto that as well, because my calendar keeps me accountable, so that if I need to slot some fitness in there, I make sure that I do. I make sure I regularly get up from my desk and move around. And a lot of it comes from Kat, who actually brought the question from Barbara, and her influence in this community as well. So Kim, let's go to our first roving reporter.
Donna Bender is a certified Givologist branded product specialist, corporate marketing trainer, creator of The Giving Plan, show host, published author, and GME roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim and Kerry. This is Donna Bender, coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's Surprise and Delight marketing segment is about another aspect of successful gift giving: meaningful gifts. Building strong relationships with clients, partners, and employees is more critical than ever. I have a secret weapon I use, something powerful and strategic to build upon those relationships. What is it, you ask? Well, it's meaningful gift giving. It can have a profound impact on your business, fostering goodwill, loyalty, and long-term success. So what makes a gift meaningful? It's the time and effort we put into it. Whether it's a handwritten letter, a homemade meal, or a beautifully bound journal for the client who has shared with you that they want to start writing a book, it's the intention that counts. A few years ago, one of the gifts I gave was a 22-ounce vacuum sealed tumbler. I created a word cloud with inspirational and motivational words. Each recipient's name was laser engraved on the bamboo lid, and each bottle was packaged in a cylinder box. I received so many thank you notes, phone calls, and texts and posts on social media from the recipients letting me know how much that bottle meant to them. One particular thank you message stood out for me. It was from a friend and business associate who had decided to leave corporate America and try her hands at entrepreneurship. She told me that the tumbler really touched her and brought her to tears. She was experiencing some challenges as a new entrepreneur, and the words on the tumbler would give her the motivation and inspiration she needed every day to keep on going. I really can't tell you what a gift that was for me. It was this exchange that prompted me to create a tagline that I have been using as my branded signature ever since. Who will you inspire today? Meaningful gifts cannot be underestimated. These gestures go beyond typical business exchanges. They're powerful tools for building trust, loyalty, and lasting relationships. The act of giving a meaningful gift can make all the difference to your business. Back to you, Kim and Kerry.
Thank you, Donna. And speaking of, look what I happen to have in my hot little hands. Donna sent me this all the way from the US to Australia, and I cherish it, Kim. Oh,
A great gift, Carrie. And I love her tagline.
me too. It's so good. And Kim, Donna's got a show and tell coming up very shortly. Do you want to speak to that super quick?
She does. She does a monthly one, but on October 31st, she is going to be doing a show and tell for all the latest. She's just been to a lot of trade shows, and she's bringing a lot of ideas and things to the table. And she helps all of us, Carrie, figure out how to give strategically instead of just randomly. We show our appreciation to our clients that way, all of the things. So Donna is our secret weapon for giving the right kind of gifts.
Oh, I love it, Kim. Let's go to our next roving reporter.
The freaking fabulous Kat Corchado, proud US Air Force veteran, health and wellness professional, founder of Small Space Pilates, podcast host, published author, and GME roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. Hi, everybody. This is the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado, coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. I am your health, wellness, and fitness advocate, helping you to become freaking fabulous on your fitness journey. Today, we're going to be starting what I call a progression, and we're going to start with push-ups. Why push-ups? We already know that they're great for your arms, they're great for your chest and your back, but did you know they're also great for your abdominals? Oh, yeah, absolutely. But push-ups are one of those things that people just don't like doing because we can't do them. And the reason we can't do them is because, well, we don't practice them. The old adage of drop and give me 20 doesn't apply to anybody. But unless you practice push-ups, you won't be able to do them. As always, please check with your physician and or your physical therapist to make sure this is appropriate for you. So you want to find a wall, and you want your hands to be a little wider than shoulders and right at the same height as your shoulders. And all you're going to do is bend your elbows, bringing your nose to the wall, and then push it away. Do it one more time. Nose to the wall and push it away. So my challenge to you is to do as many as you can. If you can do one, and then add another one the next day. See how many you can do between now and next week's progression, which we're going to go to the floor. So until then, back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Thank you, Kat. Oh my goodness, Kim, we can use a wall?
Yeah. Pretty exciting, Carrie.
Oh, it is. I'm so excited.
So Kat has a free week that she gives to work out with her because she's an amazing instructor, Carrie, and she has a community she's built around that. But I also want to tap into really quickly, Carrie, why the entrepreneurs listening, why we have Kat featured also is I think we're all guilty of sitting in front of these screens a lot. And she is our best reminder, Carrie, for getting up and moving. She's got some cool stuff that she shares with all of us. And I love these segments, but connect with Kat and definitely go check out the community.
Oh, I agree, Kim. Look at that. Look at what she's just shown us today. So Kat is definitely one to connect with. If for no other reason, just the wall push-ups is definitely motivating, I think. You are tuning in to Good Morning Entrepreneurs. We will be back in 1 minute after this quick commercial.
Once upon a time, there was a princess from Oklahoma living a traveling life in Texas.
When along comes an Aussie bucket of swearing sunshine.
When these two girls from opposite ends of the globe met in February 2021,
even the universe did not know what it was in for.
Determined to solve world problems for entrepreneurs, we still to this day learn just how similar we are.
We have found our passions were too strong not to unite and become the partners in change that we are.
What is a bucket and a boom gate?
So a bucket is basically a category or a way to change how you're looking at something big.
And a boom gate is a way to protect ourselves. Sometimes we need a boom gate to protect ourselves from ourselves.
We have lots of experience of our lifetimes of business, and we want to share that with you.
We look forward to bringing you weekly episodes of the Buckets and Boom Gates podcast.
Welcome back, and thank you for being here with us on this amazing Friday. We have some more show ahead for you for entrepreneurs from our roving reporters, and today's common theme is demonstrating by design. So Kim, we're moving right along here. We've got a lot of show to get through, so we're going to step over to our next roving reporter.
Linda Bonney is a published author, conversationalist, writer, storyteller, podcast host, production manager, and GME roving reporter.
It's Linda coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. And today I'd love to share another story from my younger years. Now, when I was a late tween and teenager, I would help my dad in one of his entrepreneurial journeys and would actually drill little holes into circuit boards. So he would custom design circuit boards from scratch and make them very much from hand. And so he would grab the materials needed and we would have them soaking on our kitchen bench, and each individual hole had to be drilled. I believe now it would be done much quicker with a machine or all sorts of other ways that could be done. But at this time, in the late 80s, early 90s, it actually had to be all done by hand. So I think I might have got 1 cent per hole or something, and there were hundreds and hundreds of these holes to fill. And now, as I'm watching my 11-year-old take apart computers and look at all the capacitors and the resistors and all those other things, he's really fascinated by all of that. And I can share with him the conversations that I used to have with my dad and the time that I would spend in that back shed drilling circuit boards for the compensation that was sometimes at the end, but also the enjoyment that I had from doing that as well. So it took quite a lot of time and patience, and sometimes I'd slightly miss, which meant that he had to restart and begin again. And something that you might like to think about is what your parents did in your upbringing that has influenced your entrepreneurial journey today. That's it for now. Back to you, Kim and Kerry.
Thank you, Linda. Oh my goodness, Kim, we need to talk about Linda because something has happened. There's two. Go, Kim.
She got the second book out already, and we're so excited. These did come from a podcast, Carrie, and yes. I'm gonna have you say what it's called, because apparently last week I said it backwards, even though, you know.
Stories with a Sunday roast.
There you go. But these are stories that Linda has that are wrapped and intertwined with those interviews she did on the podcast. So 2 books, Carrie.
And I believe there's a third one on the way, Kim. Look out.
Rumor has it.
I'm so excited. I could not wait to get my copy of the second book because the first one has been sitting with me for a little bit. And I was like, as soon as I heard it was available, I had to press the button, Kim. And I've got to tell you as well, sneaky Amazon actually delivered it early, which was like, yes, yay.
We always like those kind of surprises, Carrie.
We do. I was hoping it was with me before last week, but it was the very next day. So hence why we were pretty excited because we've both got our copies to show on the show today. So
Mine came shortly after the show, of course.
So Kim, let's head over to our next roving reporter.
Holly Totten is a published author, writer, writing coach, editor, podcast host, teacher, and GME roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Holly Totten coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. In this week's writing and publishing section, I want to talk to you about writing and keeping your voice. We often think of voice as vocal, but we also have a voice when we write. And when we are using our own voice, staying true to who we are, it brings a personal tone to our writing, and it makes us recognizable across all genres that we may write in business. And we tend to write a lot of the way that we speak, and we have a certain tone about our voice. We have a speech pattern that's very typical and unique to us, our sentence structure, and even our perspectives. And when you stay true to that, when you're writing, you don't try to sound like someone else as you write. You try to sound like you. That gets your voice across in your writing. And when we write as entrepreneurs, we're doing it to better our business, to bring in, more business and more clients and more people to what we do. And when people have read an email by you, maybe they've read a book by you, or they've read a blog by you, and then they hear you speak, they all need to be congruent. They all need to sound the same. That is considered our voice. And it's very important to keep your voice true to who you are when you're writing as an entrepreneur. That's all for today, Kim and Carrie. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly.
My goodness, Holly is amazing, Carrie. That's the first thing we have to say. We both have a copy. We have different ones right at this moment because my other one is downstairs. Yet again, my blue one is. But Holly is our go-to for writing anything and everything. Can we say it that way, Carrie?
You can say it any way you want, Kim, but that's a great one.
She's our go-to editor. She's our go-to writing coach. She's our go-to person. If we've never done anything, she has several experiences, we'll call them. She has an article writing workshop. She has the new author intensive. I could just keep going on and on about Holly, Carrie.
Kim, I think we both could because Holly is definitely amazing in our community and helping so many of us actually get the words to the page. So sometimes that's a little bit of a struggle, Kim, and Holly just makes it feel really comfortable, really easy, and we're so grateful for her.
Definitely.
Kim, it is time to head over to our next roving reporter.
Yvonne Marchese, age agitator, podcast host, community builder, branding photographer, published author, event speaker, and GME roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Yvonne Marchese coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. I'm your resident age agitator here to talk about midlife entrepreneurship. And today I want to talk about transitioning from corporate life to entrepreneur life. If you've started a side hustle and you're wondering when it's the right time for you to take the leap to full-time, I've got some ideas for you. First, trust your gut. When your side hustle starts to feel like it's your true calling, that's a sign you're on the right track. I remember starting my photography business as a side hustle, And I was so much happier doing photography than I was going to my regular job. I'd been doing weekend photo sessions for years while working my full-time job when I started to wonder if I was ready to go full-time. It was a really hard decision. To make that decision, one of the first things that you can do is make a solid financial plan. Do you have a financial cushion of some sort? Or can you build a nest egg that can keep you afloat during your transition? And here's something that you can do to gain some clarity. Make a list of milestones that you'd like to achieve before going full-time. It could be a certain revenue goal, a number of clients, or even a specific skill that you want to master. Remember, transitioning isn't about knowing how everything is going to work out. It's about taking steps while staying adaptable. When you're excited to dive into your business every day and you've achieved your milestones, that just might be the sign that you're ready to go to the full-time entrepreneurship status. So trust your instincts, make a plan, take baby steps for now, and take that leap when you hit your milestones and it feels right. Think of it as an adventure. You're probably closer than you think. And remember, it's never too late. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Thank you, Yvonne.
So Yvonne is the president of the Age Agitators Club. That is who Yvonne is. And I'm telling you what, no matter what age you are, you can do life differently than we've been taught, Carrie. And Yvonne is the one like bringing it.
She is, Kim. And I believe her Age Agitator Club meets monthly. Is that right, Kim?
Second Wednesday of the month, and it is awesome because Yvonne leads the conversation. Like, she leads obviously the group, but she's bringing it. I'm telling you, we don't realize how many things we disqualify ourselves for because we've been told we're too old to do something, or whatever it is age-wise, we're too young, too old, too whatever. But she's bringing that agitation to that in our own heads. So
she is. And talk about staying on theme with today of demonstrating by design, because I don't know if you guys caught that at the intro of Yvonne. That was her on the roller skates. So Yvonne actually got her roller skates. She strapped on the elbow and knee pads, and she's out there. So look out for Yvonne on the streets on her roller skates. She is practicing what she preaches, and I love that.
She definitely is, Carrie. And I want to throw out really quickly her tagline that we've adopted for her from words she said was intentionally aging playfully. And Yvonne, that whole intro for her was that exact example. So yes, that is by design, Carrie.
I love it. You are tuning in to Good Morning Entrepreneurs, and we will be back in 1 minute after this quick commercial.
This show is sponsored by Groundwork Brigade Mastermind. Are you an entrepreneur who is focused on making an impact,
but you haven't figured out how to make an income doing it?
We spent years trying to figure out how to do both.
And we realized the business adventure is not a one-size-fits-all. I'm Kim White. I'm the founder and fierce leader of the My Sexy Business team.
And I'm Kerry Zarb, Aussie bucket of swearing sunshine.
And she's a brilliant entrepreneur, by the way.
We both understand how it feels to believe we are the only ones who can't figure things out.
So we decided to join forces so we could get in the trenches with you.
We lead a very special mastermind group so you can be confident in strategically implementing
the right things in the right order so that you too can get the best possible results.
We cover a variety of topics based on what you need,
including building a business that you own and doesn't own you.
We even address things like social media strategy and simple tech solutions.
If you would like to meet other entrepreneurs who are living proof of what is possible,
come and join us at Groundwork Brigade Mastermind Open House.
Welcome back, and thank you for being here with us on this amazing Friday. We've got more show ahead with more roving reporters for entrepreneurs. So pretty exciting with today's common theme of demonstrating by design. And Kim, I want you to speak for one moment about today's theme because it's all about practicing what we preach, and that commercial was maybe a little bit of that.
Yes, ma'am. We have been doing our utmost to demonstrate out loud what is possible when you do things one at a time, even. Like do something and then up level it. Everybody counts themselves out because they compare their, their beginning to someone else's ending or later, way later. And so that commercial is we have done that, Carrie. We did it and then we up leveled it and then we've up leveled it and we've up leveled. And I think this version is very exciting. So
it is, Kim, and it also features another element of practice what you preach about sponsoring the show ourselves, which we encourage a lot of people to do. If you've got a live stream or a podcast or any type of production that you're putting together, you can sponsor your own thing to support your business and support the time and effort that you're putting into these productions.
I love, love, love that, Carrie. Practice what you preach and sponsor your own self.
Exactly. So, Kim, it's time to head over to our next roving reporter.
Denise Millay, a findability queen, tech simplifier, game show host, published author, website builder, founder of M Media Group and GME roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. Good morning, everyone. Denise Millay here, coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. And today we are looking at the question of Google me. Have you ever had someone say, Google me, in a conversation? So you're at a networking event, you've run out of business cards, or you just don't have time and the presentation's going to start, so you have to sit down and you just say in a hurry, just go and Google me. You'll find me. I'll talk to you later, right? Innocent enough. Or you're in a place like a coffee shop or somewhere you didn't expect to interact with someone that you may see as a customer or client. You don't have paper or pen to write anything down. You're literally just grabbing a Starbucks, right? Well, I'm going to say to you that I have a confession to make. There are lots of people out there in the world with our names, with my name, right? And here I am, the findability queen. And when I began this journey a number of years ago, I sat down at my computer and I typed my name in there. And guess what? I wasn't even on the first page. I wasn't there. There was nothing there for me because I hadn't really worked to try to get myself included in search results. I'd used it to look for other people, but I never made myself deliberately included. And that means that there are actions you have to do to be findable. And that's what we talk about, setting up your content so it is findable in search. This is why we do this, because we want you to be findable. If they can't find you, they can't do business with you. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Thank you, Denise.
I was going to say, we sound like broken records, Carrie, but we need to. Anyone who's listening that has not understood yet what all the SEO, which is not even like, they use language, Carrie, that you can't understand. And here's Denise, our findability queen, has a book, has a game night that's a free event. It's coming up next week, Carrie, where people can learn about the keywords. Keywords confuse everybody that haven't been with Denise yet. That's what I'm going to say.
Absolutely, Kim. And I highly recommend Denise's game night because A, it's fun. B, you get to learn something you don't even realize you're learning. And Kim, she's also offering 2 times now for different time zones and different people's schedules. And I think that tells me Denise is enjoying the game night as well, Kim. So I think that's something that we can all kind of take away from Denise's experience as an entrepreneur, because when we enjoy what we're doing, oh man, look, Denise is turning up twice. Yay, twice the fun.
Next Wednesday evening and next Thursday afternoon here in the States, Gary. I'm not sure what time that is there, but Wednesday and Thursday of next week, she's got 2 different options. So definitely go connect with Denise, get her book. That will help also.
Definitely. And I know Kerry's still got the janky cardboard version of Coming Soon to an Aussie Near You, because I know she's still working on it, and it will happen. When we persist with these things, they definitely happen. So I'm excited. And Kim, it's time to step over to our next roving reporter.
Jill Olish is the founder of Mama Outspoken, executive team leader, postpartum awareness advocate, vision board party host, event coordinator, podcast host, GME associate producer, and a roving reporter.
Thanks, Kerry and Kim. Hi, this is Jill coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs with a segment for Mama Entrepreneurs. Is there such a thing as getting back on track? What happens when we start to feel like our calendar is telling us what to do? Or when we feel like we are being pulled in 4 different directions? Or one of our roles is leading our adventure? Are we checking back to our calendar to see if it's a mess? Are we checking in with our roadmaps or plans? I let mine get the best of me just this month. And with the start of preschool, I got way in over my head with my calendar. It took stopping what I was doing one afternoon and clearing out my head. I slowed down just enough to go back and look at my vision board to remind myself of what I wanted my adventure to look like. Then I revisited my stickies for the steps I needed to focus on just for this week, though. And finally, I sat quietly with my calendar and I told it exactly what I wanted to do this week. I made some moves for my non-negotiables, like my mastermind meetings, my work blocks during school hours, family time after school, date nights, and church. Then I pieced in my extras, like self-care for myself, self-care for my family, and extra work blocks. But only what I am willing and capable of each day this week. And next week, I'll do it all over again. So, what small changes can you make to your calendar today to help you check your calendar alignment with your life adventure? Now, to practice what I post, I'm off to get in some family time. Back to you, Kim and Kerry.
Thank you, Jill. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love a good calendar conversation, Kim.
Me too. And I love what she said, that's my sign, practice what you post. And that is one of my favorite things. We post things on socials and we need to practice what we're posting, like literally practice what we're preaching. But I love the practicing what you post. Jill's got a vision board party coming up, Carrie, that she does quarterly for all of us. And we get to go and update them. A lot of people say, why would you do them that often? But the truth is we can update them and they're pretty amazing, Carrie, to watch the things be completed actually coming off the vision board because they're past now. They're done.
Oh, Kim, so good. And the vision board party, yes, you're right. It's coming up very quickly, October 30th, and I can't wait. I think I missed the last one, so this one's on the calendar and not to be missed because it's the last one for the year, Kim. So that's important. This is a good opportunity for us all to get in line with our vision boards, have a party at the same time, and start looking at what we can maybe what we can sneak in before Christmas, Kim, start planning for the new year that feels like it's just around the corner as well. Oh.
And Jill does a phenomenal job of leading it. I have to say she shows and shares, I'm going to say that, what she's doing. And I think that just makes her even that more phenomenal because she is transparent about, hey, look, this is what what I'm choosing, and this is what I'm doing. So I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Jillo. So I think it's time to go to our next roving reporter, Carrie.
Okay.
Kerry Zarb is a rock star podcaster, brilliant entrepreneur, director of Zinc Business Solutions, cover girl, mastermind leader, financial designer, founder of the Biz Beans Club, and GME roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim, and welcome to the Virtual Cafe for this week's finance segment. And today we're going to chat about variable incomes. It can be tough to create an even cash flow when your business income goes up and down like a yo-yo. How do we create our own average? Knowing your business numbers is the only way. Forget forecasting too far ahead. Put away the crystal ball. Just focus on how much you have now, what's coming in next week or next month. Make your funds form an average for you so that you have control. When you have more, put some away. The other key part is knowing your expenses. With variable income, expenses can be the driving force. You need to focus on keeping them in check, knowing your expenses and not having surprises catch you unawares. We need to keep expenses to the absolute minimum to also help us have funds to carry over. Having variable income in our business can also give us such an uneasy feeling. We can feel helpless and out of control. So you need to be determined, you need to be focused, and you need to know that you can make it work by knowing your business numbers. Remember, you can form the average. Remember, you can control the business finances. And most of all, remember to put funds away. That's all today from the Virtual Cafe. Back to you, Kim.
Good job, Carrie.
Oh, it's so weird looking at yourself on here. I've got to say that out loud.
Well, Carrie, you bring up a really, really important thing for entrepreneurs in that the income does go up and down. It does change, Carrie. You know, one month you might have a great month and the next month might be a little lighter, or you might be on a, upward going a higher and higher, and then all of a sudden you don't have a month worth of income. So I think there's a lot of ways to address this, and I love that you bring all those things that we need to do tip wise. So tell us more, Carrie.
Well, Kim, I got to be honest, I was probably more thinking about those that run a service-based business, the freelancers of the entrepreneurial world that have a lot of those ups and downs, the yo-yos with their finances. But you're right, Kim, it can affect anyone in business. We all see, I'm going to say it, we all see the peaks and the troughs. Peaks and valleys, and I think there's something in there for us all to take away in the respect of when we know the numbers, we form the control. It simply comes back to that. If we don't know what's happening with the finances, we're in limbo land. We're not taking any control within ourselves, and I just think it just comes back to knowing the numbers, Kim. And making them work for you. We don't, similar to what Jill said about the calendar, don't let the calendar control you. Same goes for the business finances. Take it by the reins, Kim.
So, Carrie, I think you practice what you preach, and I think that's a big part of this, theme of demonstrating by design throughout this whole segment. But, Carrie, you are seriously leading the pack. You just did the club meeting where we can all go together and have accountability and have that space to do things. I feel like that's another way you're leading by example. Go ahead, Carrie.
Well, I have to speak to that super quick, Kim, because the club is a huge level of accountability. As a club member, when you have a monthly meetup that you can come and ask questions, you can hear questions from other people that come to the table as well. It gives us that level of accountability that may not necessarily jump on our calendar and may not hop into our schedule, or it can get bumped and put off and extended beyond the normal control that we should have. So the club helps you with that accountability as well. And trust me, when you hear someone else's question and you go, oh yeah, I might have wanted to ask that, or perhaps I don't need that to know that now, but in a month or 6 months, it might be something that is definitely usable in your business finance journey. So that little camaraderie that we have in the club as well, there's just something really special about it, Kim. And of course, being here in the virtual cafe.
I love the virtual cafe. And speaking of the virtual cafe, let's hop over to a commercial that's actually about being in the virtual cafe, Carrie.
Do you struggle to understand your business finances? Are you sick of not being able to keep up with the beans in your business? Tune in to the Simply Biz Beans podcast for weekly coffee convos about business finances. This is where coffee meets money. Hosted by Kerry Zarb and Kim White in the virtual cafe, we invite you to join us at our table with your favourite brew, because we understand your finances are as private as your underwear. This is why we share these personal conversations with you, so that you can get in control of your business finances. We chat about the real issues we've faced with our flippin' digits and discuss everything in a simple way to help you on your Biz Beans journey. As Princess Kim would say, buckle up, and I'll say, come on, let's go, it's coffee time. Catch the Simply Biz Beans podcast on your favourite podcast channel today.
Welcome back.
So, Carrie, I have to speak to the podcast for a second.
Sure.
Because there are so many things you lead by example on the podcast. You share so many things with us. I think you should talk about the podcast for a minute.
Well, I'm firstly going to say that I am joined by a very special co-host. So the amazing Kim White is with me every single week in the virtual cafe. And you know what, Kim, I want to say that we have conversations about finances because there's the two of us. It's very different when you have a co-hosted show as opposed to a solo show. I used to have solo shows, and me just speaking about the topic didn't quite have the same kind of twang to it, Kim. And I love the banter that we can have and the different pieces of our experiences that we can bring to the table talking about business finances, because it's pretty uncomfortable. It's a pretty yucky topic that a lot of people don't want to really dive into. And we bring it to the forefront together with our conversations. We keep it relatively short and sharp and to the point, but we kind of bring in different elements together as well. So I love the show, Kim.
I do too, Carrie. And it is kind of silly too. That helps the tough conversations. But really what I want to tell everybody out there listening, really what Carrie's saying is I come and ask lots of questions. So if you need any questions asked, just let me know, because I am full of questions for Carrie. She is definitely leading all of us by example.
Oh, Kim, and you do it so well. Thank you. I'm so grateful that you spend that time with me and help me bring the podcast to life with those questions, because a lot of us need those questions, and definitely that helps me bring the top. It's all in our heads. It's all in our brains. It's buried in the filing system of the grey matter. So having someone like you, Kim, by my side to pull that information out and have those conversations is very special.
I'll be your backup singer anytime, Carrie.
So, Kim, it's time to hop over to our next roving reporter.
Adam Rothenberg is a media personality, interview king, clubhouse manager, published author, event coordinator, red carpet correspondent, GME associate producer, and roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim and Kerry. This is Adam Rothenberg coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs from inside my closet. And today's Behind the Curtain segment is an amazing experience I had after getting to interview 3-time Grammy nominee country music superstar Dina Carter. I just got to see Dina Carter in concert in New York City. And prior to the show, we got to do an interview together about the concert. Well, I somehow worked my magic and I was able to get to meet her the night of the concert. So before the concert, I was brought into her dressing room and I got to thank her personally for doing the interview with me. And I gave her a thank you note with a call me Adam button to say thank you for the interview. I go back to my seat with Angelo and Dina starts the show. And would you believe she opens the show by saying that she's so excited to be here and she would like to thank a few people for being here. And all of a sudden she says, and I would like to thank Adam for being here. He and I just did an interview together and he's here with us tonight. I almost fell over. Not only did I get to meet her before the show, which was super, super exciting. Here, she acknowledged our interview to everybody that was at the concert. It was a moment that I will remember forever. And Dina, I thank you for that special shout out. So that is this week's Behind the Curtain story of how I got a shout out from country superstar Dina Carter. It's back to you, Kim and Kerry.
Thank you, Adam. Oh, that's so exciting.
So, Kerry, can we push this a little bit? Can we bring Adam and Jill up early?
Oh, of course we can. You press the button.
I know that Adam has a special picture to share. We're excited about. So, welcome Adam and Jill to the live stream.
Morning.
Adam, this is juicy. I just want to say, can you please share your picture because you got to take a picture before she even did the shout out.
Oh my goodness.
Carrie and I both are like, wow.
That's so pretty.
Oh, yeah. Wow. So can we speak really quickly, Adam, to the fact that when you're an entrepreneur and you are giving that thank you out there, that makes more people want to come to you again. I think you saying thank you to her makes other people want you to interview them again. Like, I think this is where a lot of us need to be reminded that gratitude goes so far. You were grateful for getting to be with her and do the interview, and then she returned that with her gratitude of you doing it. So anyway, I love all of that, and I think entrepreneur-wise, everybody needs to be paying attention to you, Adam.
Thank you. Oh, I didn't know if I'm supposed to say something else. It was a very exciting moment. And I when I thought of writing the thank you note, I thought of Donna and saying, make sure that you acknowledge the person, even if you just give a thank you note and a little something. Well, I wanted to give a little something, which was the button. So I have to thank Donna too for putting that in my head about how to acknowledge somebody, because the interview really did mean a lot to me, coming from somebody that I admired for so long. So I have to put that thank you out there to Donna Bender as well.
I love it, Adam. Thank you.
So I think that's my cue.
Oh man, Adam, that is so cool. I'm so happy for your story there. I'm totally jealous of your awesomeness of getting to meet these celebrities. But bringing into our midst a princess speak vocabulary word today. We have these princess speak vocabulary words because we've adapted these phrases that have come up in our adventure of business with our community in mind, to simplify some of the things that we might be tripped up on that we come across. So, Kim, can you tell us what our phrase today is that we're going to be diving deeper into?
It is living proof. That is our Princess Speak word this week. Words this week. And living proof is something we talk about all the time. It comes out of our mouth all the time. at least in this community. And this show is actually living proof. These are all the things we want everyone to take note of. We're not here just to be the bragging team for everyone on here, which we are bragging about everyone on here, but they're living proof of doing things that are kind of scary at first, or doing things that, you know, maybe they didn't think they could. So I feel like that's all part of being living proof. It's you're demonstrating by design, the show's theme, to your clients and customers that you're doing the thing that you're promoting. So we're doing this, you know, from our kitchens, from our offices, from our living rooms, from our dining rooms, wherever it is, on purpose, so that we're living proof of what an entrepreneur can do.
Terry, would you tell us what your takeaway is from being living proof?
Oh, thank you, Jill. I'd forgotten about this part of the show. I think it is, not to kind of echo Kim, but I have to echo Kim because it is literally living proof. You know, who do we want to be as a human? Who do we want to be that living example for? And a lot of us, it's for family, it's for the kids, you know, to show our kids that things are possible and we have choices in life. And I feel like I've been a little living proof for the last over a decade in doing business and choosing this life of being an entrepreneur as opposed to being an employee. So that's what living proof means to me. And I probably say it way more than I used to because I spend so much time with you guys. But it's great.
I'm in the same boat, Carrie. Say it way too much now. Adam, would you mind sharing how you are being living proof or what it means to you?
I will. I feel like what living proof means is what the theme of the show has been, the demonstrating by design, that what I am putting out there, if somebody were to ask me how to do something, what I am doing would be what I would tell them. I wouldn't tell them something different than what I was doing. So, for example, if somebody asked me how to invite somebody to be a guest on their podcast, I would tell them the steps I go through. I wouldn't say, oh, go do this, and then behind the scenes, I'm doing something else.
I like that, Adam. Thank you. And I agree with you on that, because how can you solve someone's problem if you haven't been working on solving it for yourself? And if you're not demonstrating that out loud, how are you being transparent with those that you were trying to help or make an impact for or with? And that's how I view it for both business and motherhood and life. So it's definitely something that I've adopted because of our community, being something that we've adopted as a word to help us through our adventures. So awesome. I'm going to hand it back to our hosts for final thoughts, quick, I guess.
Kim, do you have final thoughts?
I'm going to let you go, Carrie.
Oh, okay. Well, I think this has been a brilliant show. I've had an absolute blast, and talk about fantastic theme, fantastic roving reporters, everyone that's contributed, amazing people tuning in, and of course, our producers. Oh, Jill and Adam, thank you so much for everything that you do. It is just makes this show amazing.
So we're going to challenge everybody with this. Go out and be living proof. Practice what you're preaching. Practice what you're posting. And do the things that you're, share those things that you're actually doing in your business. Be someone else's solution. Join us next Friday at 7 a.m. Central.
This is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.